I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker.
Hey, if you don't already know me, I'm Hunter, and I just so happen to be a professional idiot.
Rah. Hello, how's it going? I'm a little late and you can blame Matt for that one. Hello, hope you're all well. Congrats Lucky for getting first. How you doing Blake, Matt, Devil Hunter for the daily check-ins. How you doing Marine? How's everyone going? Today was gonna be special. I was gonna start Fallout, to be fair. But yeah, we're not doing that. I'm sorry. That's gonna be a next week thing. Yeah, nah, sorry. It's all Matt's fault. All right, nah, it's all your fault. Not your fault. I have to. Disappointment. I know. Fuck, is it installed? Where are you, Fallout? What happened to your category? Oh, you're there. Okay. There it is. That's not today. I need to have like a whole thing with it. I might even delay it even more and do like special fucking stuff. I am so behind on everything. I'm not kidding when I say that, chat. Like, there is like almost 10 VODs backed up that I need to upload to YouTube. I am so behind on things. I've got a fucking checklist here. Alright, so let's see. We've got 5 redeems I gotta fucking redo. An emote apparently. Commands I need to do. I'm so behind on things. So behind. That's not including all the fucking commission work that I promised to do fucking... Was it 4 or 7 months ago? 7. I think it was 7 months ago.
I read a...
Hey, don't gated. Welcome, scam. Yeah, yeah. I know. Like, it's supposed to be today, but here's the thing, right? We do thing today, right? We try and like knock out a couple things that I can do on stream, right? And then next week we will start on Tuesday with all the things that like we'll start Tuesday with Fallout. I promise you that it will happen next week. Thursday we can probably continue Fallout, honestly. Throughout the weekend, technically I think this Saturday I need to get in contact with Omni to see if we're still doing. Hey, you doing, Crazy Pie? Welcome in. I need to get in contact with Omni to see if we're still doing Ragnarok on Saturday. My phone is fucking dying. Why is everything dying? My headset's dying, my microphone's dying, my phone's dying, I'm dying, my husband's dying. Why is everything dying on me? What the fuck? Nothing wants to live. But yeah, I think I've still got like the YouTube shit I need to do. There's so much. Yeah. So I think today, because I can easily smash out, we're gonna start with the space engineer stuff. I know, shocker. I know. More space engineer content, goddamn. But we're gonna work on I'm gonna cheat skate it, honestly. I found a really good ship that kind of does what I need it to do. I feel fucking I don't know, it's because I skip breakfast. Probably skip breakfast today, actually. My tummy feels sleepy. Yeah. I hope I'm not catching that ick, that would be bad. No. Space engineer. Yeah, you're gonna launch space engineer? Okay. I guess nothing wants to work today. I know, I guess I'll just stare at you guys until shit decides to work. Let's see. Is it still you, I think? Okay. No, that's the wrong side. It's that side is for some. Right here. This one that we're doing. Let's actually, we'll boot up in the creative world. Because I was making shit. And we might just like, we might just like cheesecake it, because like I am so behind on everything. I'm so far behind. But it's fine, right? It's not. I think this week I'm just gonna try and get everything, just try and smash out a shit ton of stuff so that we're ready for next week. Because like I wanted to do like artwork stuff for the format stuff. We have not been able to do anything. How you doing, Maxine? Welcome in. Yeah. Tip. What the fuck is happening? Do I need to update my graphics drivers? Is that what I need to do? Why is the background made of? Okay. Yeah, I have good taste in music, probably. Yeah, this ship. I don't know how big it is. Oh. Fuck. I'm fine, Matt's dying. Yeah, so that was a ship I was trying to make. And then this is a ship I found that does exactly what I needed to do. One, it looks good. It's not made by fucking person that can't build. It's made by a person that can build. But it's got what I need. A hanger, connection. I believe it also has cryopod area. That's the reactor room. It's weird to hear words. Yeah, he's the cryo. So like, obviously in the story that I have, we're gonna be we obviously wake up here. And by wake up, I mean we're forcefully woken up in the cryostasis, put into a fucking. I don't know where I'm going. We're forced to pretty much jet, and it's so good. Why can't I build like this? It's so much detail. Either way, look at my pussy little ship compared to that. Anyway, in short, this will be used for the animation. We'll jet this out of the back. I need to make a proper fucking escape pod because this isn't it. Little fucking box. Overall, I need to just set up the actual start of the world. Because we have the planets and all that set up. I just need to set up the actual crash, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. The actual start of the run itself, the story. Because obviously I want to have this be more story driven than your typical just it's just a typical little survivor. No. Now I want to do more story stuff or lore, more well, story. But I have been so choked up with everything else that I just haven't had time or energy to do it. I know, I'm great. I'm great at managing everything. I'm great with those type of things, aren't I? I don't know, maybe, like, we won't do Fallout today, but depending on how things are going this weekend, I could potentially start next stream. I know that we can do that tonight. Yeah, I know we do. Yeah, definitely. Here's the system that I've designed. Orbiting a black hole like a galaxy tends to. It's only 3 stars because I will fucking crash my game if I add more than that. We have the main system here, which has the 2 planetary body, 3, 4, a lot of planetary bodies. We have another star here with 2, 3 bodies. And then the other one here, which this is where we will be starting on this planetary body. So far the story that I've come up with is where a engineer on a cruise ship that we've infiltrated, that we're gonna be a spy. Eventually we get found out and cryo frozen to then, I guess, dealt with when we get to the system. But instead, we're thrown out by a bunch of the crew because they, I guess, didn't want that or some shit. And they jet us out, and we pretty much land in this system here. Now, I don't know if I want to have it so we land on the planet or if we land in an asteroid. I feel like on the planet will be better. Interesting start. But the goal, or at least for the season 0, will pretty much go over there. is to get off of this planet and pretty much head over there. We might do more. We might end up maybe. I'm gonna die from the. No, cool. We might do a bit more story lore with. Maybe we set up a checkpoint here for our faction, and then migrate over to there. But in short, there's not going to be any contracts. There's not going to be any NPCs or any other like stuff. We might enable the pirates, but ultimately that's going to start over here with season 1. That's the plan. I should probably save and then save as survival. I'm not gonna survival checkpoint or something. And then this is kind of where we find a nice looking spot on here. Hello? Oh, okay. Yes. I feel like the texture is not... Okay. That's a later problem. Either way, we're going to try and find like a nice little spot for us to... I feel like the water might be too high. I feel like there should be an island there. The water... Sure. That's a later problem for me to fix, I guess. But I want to find like a place that we could potentially start. I guess there's gonna be I don't remember there being so much water. I guess boats are gonna be on. Either way, find a place that we can start. I'm gonna just, yeah. Or do we start on the moon? I feel like it's gonna be easier for us starting on the planet because with the alien planet, it has enough oxygen to use vents to siphon it out of the atmosphere, but not enough oxygen for us to actually just breathe without oxygen tanks. So that could be a fun little game mechanic that like we need to set up. But yeah, I don't know. I'm in one of those like I just want to play a game today. I don't want to have to do any fucking shit, but I have so much shit that I need to do that like genuinely I just want to play games, but I have so much fucking backed up stuff that I can't just play games. You know? Why am I like this? Why am I so fucking indecisive? I don't know why I'm like this, chat. Maybe I do just play well. 2 hours late though. Right, oh, I'm like an hour and a half late, so I feel like it'd be bad if I just do that. You know what, I'm gonna go beat up Matt while I figure out what to do. I'll be back.
That one had a tasty snack.
It had a very scrumptious snack.
No! That needs to be clipped.
Yes, please, someone clip that shit. Just for the audio, that was gold. Just...
What's even better is I think you took both.
So, yes, hopefully we can get tits up. Alright, that. Oh, that's not too bad. Omni, wake up.
No.
Omni, wake up.
No. No.
Oh,
it
no,
hasn't
don't
been enough
freeze
years
me.
yet.
Omni, they know an ice. Now we're dead. didn't want that. Harry the platypus. The plumber? A platypus plumber? Harry the platypus plumber? Harry the platypus!
Yeah, it was standing like right here and it scared the living shit out of me. Because I'm like, I'm gonna die. I turn around, these doors shut. How did you walk through the doors?
I thought the doors shut. Just
Ah! Ah, it's on my feet! It's on my feet! It's on my feet! Fuck off! You creepy bitch! I used a smut stick. I'm dead.
I like the feel of the primal need to yeet the ball and yeet all the balls at the children's face. I wish it was children, it was adults. Even better, yeeting balls into adults' faces are way more fun. Because they don't cry when you hit them. Unlike children.
They're proprietary and developed under a subsidiary team.
Mission locate and scan DNA tester fragments.
Okay. I'm good.
That door. It is.
Nicely done.
I used a smut stick. I'm dead. Yep, that's a fucking fast boy. He's speed.
Okay, when do you want tits?
What ones?
Tits. When do you want tits?
Which
You know, the big
tits, though?
ones.
The big. Get sucked into the hole. There's a bracken, there's a bracken! You always are fucking hard. 19, alright.
Yes! I need to see what it looks like.
I do just fucking leap up at him. I do just. What the shit?
No doubt the beast will be back. We need to pack up and leave
What the shit?
immediately.
I gotta clip it. Where's the clip? Oh my god.
Come on, Lucky, come on, Lucky, come on, Lucky, come on, Lucky, come on, it's happy again. We're muck. Make a real muck foolery of yourself. Oh, Nololan muck too. So it actually is fitting because it's in the right position of the position. It's in the right region. Ed used hard. How the fuck does muck get hard? I guess it solidifies, so actually that makes sense. It is a pilot goop, so I guess its goop just starts slowly solidifies.
Not how is a child a ranger? Okay, I think the names are randomized. What the fuck? Mewtwo X? Or is that Y? No, that's Y, isn't it? Mega Mewtwo X? No, Y. Fuck! The fuck? What's a child doing with a Mewtwo? A Mega Mewtwo!
all of them are 100%.
I'm not sure then. Also, I shouldn't have done this. This was a mistake.
What did you do?
Oh, that was a big mistake. Oh, fuck!
thought you would play the game like a normal person would.
We're at 30 minutes of just pinball.
Please. I
Okay, you
want
gotta let it
over.
die. Oh my god, you've got into this sequence 3 times in a row. This part just gives you 10 This part just gives you 15 seconds of flying through the air without a chance of losing. It's time to wait, do I have sound effects? Wait.
You should.
Look at the vote, look at the vote.
Oh, okay. It's at half an hour, I'll let it go. I'll concede. I'll concede.
Please, it's been half an hour of pinball, I can't.
I can't believe it. It's fucking half an hour of pinball.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Motherfucker! I saw it, it was pale, it was white, and it was see-through, and it scared the living shit out of me. It was in my face. One is better than none, you're not wrong there. But what about 2? What the fuck? I fucking hear that shit. Right there. God damn it, Tito! Don't do me like that!
Oh, alright, have fun! But I'll take the extra strawberries. Oh, look at that! There's only 3 strawberries left on that entire area. And we got big side.
We live in a society.
I am back. I've been given some advice on games. I need to install that. We've got 4 games. We've got Astroneer, Terraria. Pretty much Matt was like, hey, you haven't completed these games yet. Stanley Parable and Baldur's Gate. I do need to retry a on a mode run, technically. I was like, maybe I'd do another a fucking battle royale. But I don't know what I remember there being a website that allowed me to do like the whole battle royale shit, but I can't remember what it was. I don't know what it's called. I don't remember what it was called. I think we could do that. Yeah, Hunger Games Sim. That one. This looks. Let's hope I don't dox myself. Blackness. The void of fucking blackness. Hunger Games. Cuts off a little bit, but that looks correct. Looks correct, I think. Set code. How does one... Oh wait, there's an updated. Oh, edit cast. Okay. Oh wait, we're in the disclaimer. Okay, I'm on the whole thing. So load see. Hey, how you doing? Welcome in. I'm trying to. There's a new one here. Can you guys see that? Well, that's can but can't. I can edit casts. What's that do? Okay, but we need like 2 people in each cast, which there's a lot of districts. And we only have 4 games. I mean, I guess each district can just have the one game in theory. So what we got? Boulder 3, and we'll just call it nickname 3. Question mark. Oh, that's lovely. And I'll just copy this. I have to do an image. I just won't do an image. No images for you. We'll just have their name, just blank things. Just call this Astro, I guess. It's gonna be funny because it's gonna be funny reading these. Be like, oh, Terraria starved to death. But you have to do 12. Like a BG3 was a Stanley Parable. And pet fuck. How does one spell that? Parable. Parable. Call it Stan. Good enough. I could possibly try and get all the like icons and shit, but okay. I need to think of like other games. Okay, what are other games that I haven't completed? We can try and go for like achievement hunting. Well, obviously there's Binding of Isaac, which is the typical typical thing. I guess we can do that. I'm not playing Sonic Adventure. I don't. Fine. Only because only because yeah, only because you know what? Fuck it. What the fuck is Sonic Racing there too? Sonic Car. I kind of want to put all the icons there, but I don't want to have to fucking like find images for that shit. Okay, 4 more games. Let's see. Binding of Isaac. Actually, what are games I haven't played? Like, we got Celeste, Core Keeper, Chronos. Just doing a whole thing. I've got games that are in here that I haven't. That's why I put Sonic Racing in there. Last. Celeste can just be called Celeste. Because, yeah. Technically, there are games that I need to do as well. I'm also trying to do games that I will actually play and not just, like, play because I put it there. Like, a game that I will hopefully enjoy. You do have more than Sonic Racing, to be fair. Yeah. I mean, we've got Ratchet and Clank. No, I 100% of the game, I'm not touching it again. I guess I'll go have a gander. Watch my chat, I suppose. I'm gonna go take a look. There's so much Resident Evil. She's dead, yeah. Sonic Frontier. There was also Sonic Shadow something. Okay. No, can't. Okay. There was a Resident Evil. There was the FNAF horror game. I remember. FNAF horror game. But potentially we could play the FNAF horror game. I need a vote now, because, like...
Hello,
Yeah.
friend.
Oh, yeah, no, the mic is actually fucked. Yeah. I might need to set up a fucking, like, GoFundMe of, like, I need a new mic. I mean, yeah. Yeah, the first one, I don't think so. Oh, yeah, it is, yeah. Okay. No, I'll get rid of Celeste.
Drink up, bitch, it's hydrate time.
Wild wait, okay. Wow. Okay. These are games I'm going to play today, I think. Got 4 slots. Do I want to do Chronos? I might leave Chronos because we'll probably do a trilogy thing with that and play through fucking the the Remnant games again. Okay. I don't want to do any of the Resident games because I want to wait for those. Already got 2 Sonic games here. I don't want to play. That is gonna be its own thing, like Fallout. That I'm not kidding. I will get to the Resident Evil franchise, but that I want to be its own thing. I want to like go throughout the games. What are you doing? Hey, oh, you bitch! What transphobic game? Are you talking about Hogwarts? Cause no, that shit I'm not doing on stream. If I were to 100% it, it would be off stream. Oh, welcome back, Aria. I don't know what to play today, so we're doing a little battle royale to determine. We're just trying to figure out what to fill the last slots with. Because we got the PlayStation there, I can technically set that up. There's Subnautica, which I just play on PC. There was FNAF, which I wouldn't hate playing, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't really want to play any horror right now. What else is there? There's the Sonic games, the Resident Evil. There was Horizons, but that's like a big story game. Barely horror, yet you can't fucking play it. Don't you speak? Speaking of FNAF music, hell yeah. I could do Space Engineers, but I'm kind of like, every time I boot up Space Engineers, it's just like, hey, you need to work on the YouTube series for that. I'm like, I don't want to. But I can. I mean, it's a pretty easy one for me to get into, you know, being literally my most played game on Steam. I could potentially, what the fuck did I just open? Could potentially do SE2. That could be an interesting try out Space Engineers 2. I'll put SE and SE2 in the same district. I have been duplicating them because like there's not really that many games, but we could potentially add more as we go on. I'll put Security Breach in there. FNAF. Fuck, how do I spell? Okay, let me go get the game thing. I'll put We won't add them all, but so we got a couple here. I don't know what Dead Space is, but it sounded interesting. It has the word space in it, so there's that. We got Sonic Shadow Generation, Sonic Forces, which is that funny one, Sonic Racing, which is already added. There's Security Breach. So I guess I'll add Security Breach. I guess I'll add the Sonic Racing. Out of because I know Matt said that technically we need to play Sonic Generations before Shadow Generations, but I couldn't see Sonic Generations there. We could do the funny Sonic Forces. I realize I'm holding up game cartridges, you can't see it. Could put the funny Sonic Forces there. So I guess, Matt, which one would you want to see? Forces or Shadow more? Which one you thinking? Oh, so it's like a 2-for-1. Okay. Alright, alright, well, I'll put Generations in there then. Sonic Generations. Yeah, Sonic. Actually, yeah, that makes sense. We'll just say Sonic Gen. Sonic Car. I'll put the Phonics Sonic Forces in here too. Sonic. Sonic Fork. Yeah, no, that's the funny part. Because it sucks. That's the funny part. I can just play it, and then it's just me making fun of how the game sucks. Okay, so put you over there. There is Dead Space. I'm not familiar with Dead Space, but I have heard it's good, I think. Have you played Dead Space, Matt? Know if it's good or not. This is survival horror, so I could put it. Deadass. Okay, I could. There's Horizon Zero Dawn, but that's like a full fucking. Yeah. Playing original right now, and that's fair. There is Morrowind and Horizon Zero Dawn here that we could do, but they'll pretty much be like line things, kinda. Aren't really in the mood to do Morrowind. I just don't really feel like doing an Outer Scrolls. No, I didn't add them. Don't worry. So you're added. So you good there, Millie? Leave it alone. I'm looking at you. Yeah, no, I don't plan on that. I'll add Security Breach. I won't put FNAF with Baldur's Gate. We'll put it with Stanley Parable. Why not? And if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We still got 10 games to go. Maybe I'd do that. I don't know. Maybe just. Okay, oh. Hey, Mart. Oh, actually, funny enough, Aria, that's exactly what I was looking at. I'm not kidding. That is exactly what I was looking at. I could, but then we're still I won't be able to fit them all in because we're over the 12 games. We've got 14 games. Well, 12, yeah, 14 games at the moment. So we'd have to like cut a couple out if we do it that way. I could duplicate a some more. I could, yeah, that's true. But also there's a couple that I would be okay with doing. Could add Marvel Rivals into it. Maybe not. So I say we get. Okay, let's. Dead Space, we'll get your own. Yeah. Keep the Sonicers together. There's just 4 Sonic games, 2 slots left, so actually I could just go. Alright, I can do that. I have it with Forces though. You know, like they can be together. Sonic Forces or Sonic Adventure. Just keep them together. Sonic Gen can have their own. Sonic Racing can be duplicated because Sonic Racing is. Stanley Parable can be funny, so we'll keep doubling them up. Ashton, yeah. Terraria. I do need to pretty much redo Terraria. Yeah, they are. I mean, I could just take Forces out of it, or just get rid of Forces. Forces is funny though. You know, I could put it here for now. Sonic. Yeah, that's fair. Sonic, wah. Dead Space. I'll put. I do want to put Horizons in, but I'll just put it with. Yeah, sure. I've got all one. I'm just like seeing if I want to duplicate any. Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate 50-50 on my end. I don't necessarily want to. Why? Because I'm giving the better games the double chances? Don't you want the better games to have the double chances? I mean, if you don't, that's fine, I guess. I guess I'll get rid of. Okay, that's fair. Alright, well, Forces is down there. So it's out of, I guess, Dead Space or Zero Dawn. Actually, I could just get rid of Space Engineers 2. Yeah. Let's get rid of. Fuck off. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. I don't believe you. We'll keep the districts, that's fine. Colors. I don't really care too much for colors. Nuh-uh. So yeah. I have to set gender. I can't just leave them as question marks. Okay. Well, you do play as a female, so Astroneer you play as a non-binary character, technically. Terraria, I guess it's both. Stanley Parable, I'm pretty sure you're a guy. Binding of Isaac, you're definitely a little child. Sonic is Sonic. I'll put non-binary, because you can play as a lot of them. Sonic Racing, the same. Space Engineers, you're technically both. Okay. Cool. Security Breach, you're playing as a little boy. Generations, pretty sure you're just Sonic or Shadow. Forces, both, I suppose. There we go. Good enough. Is that good? I need to set images. I actually have to set images. You bitch. Okay, I need to find images for all these things now. God fucking damn, Aaron. Let me just. That's YouTube. That's not Google. It's saying I do. Error. You must set an image for Team 1, Team 2, Team 2. You must set a black and white image URL for Team. Right. Generate black and white images. There we go. But no. I need images. Okay, whatever. Alright, I'll just Horizon Zero Dawn. I'll just get their fucking like say couple extra. Just I'll do their Wikipedia fucking icon. Does that work? Let me actually check. Yes, okay, sure. I'll just set it as their game icons. Okay, what's next? Astroneer. Astroneer game icon. Okay. Yeah, because you can hear me. Go to Wikipedia. Image address. Oh, wait. Standard parable. Blah, blah. Oh, fun. I can't find Binding of Isaac's Wikipedia one, so on linked Sonic add adventure. That one? Yeah, go with that one, sure. I just want to Sonic Racing crosswords. I hope that works. It doesn't like fucking. Oh, there's the Wikipedia. Okay, cool. We're back on Wikipedia now. Almost done. Sonic Generations. Shadow Generation, that one. Alright, and then Sonic Forces. Yeah, back to Wikipedia. Alright, can we finally start now? Please. It's been an hour. Please, for the love of all that is holy. Ah! Didn't develop characters. Well, you were working before. Okay, I don't. Uh. So, I don't know what you want from me. Do I need to copy the image themselves, not the... I think so. Oh, I can zoom in and do stuff. I'm trying to like get the... Okay. Once if I copy the image and just paste it. I can't. Okay. I like... What if I do that? No, but that's the same thing, yeah. Same thing, it doesn't work. Right. I... If I do... Okay, so once if I just drag and drop it, will that work? I don't know. I don't know what it wants from me. Because if I do that, it's like, nah, they're all invalid now. But if I, like, clear that one and then do it, it's like, you're only missing that one. I... Ah, and do I need it? But, like, hold on. If I open... Oh, do I need to, like, open image into tab and then do the link? Oh, okay, I do. Alright, that's... If I do that... District... And should... 9. Okay. Well... That... Okay. I guess let's try this again. Sonic. Copy. Okay. This is what I'm doing now, I guess. Hit Dead Space. Oh, see, but that one doesn't have a PNG at the end of it. That one won't work, right? Like, those ones have PNGs, this one. Right, that one. You see, that one doesn't have... I fucking... I just need the image. What about that one? That an image? I don't know. Fucking... I'll assume it is. Okay, that one is. Wait, can I upload? Actually, let me see if I can drag and drop it. If I can drag and drop images, that'll be easier. I can just... I work. I'll put, where are my emotes? Hold on. Oh. That just opens it here. If I just do that. File. That work? I just like. Let me switch back over. I'll just fucking copy paste. Doesn't work and I'll be sad. I get that it kind of makes sense that you need to do images. Like, if you link to fucking. But let me just not need images. Alright. Submit. No, it's the same. Invalid fucking. So it's the same where it's like invalid characters. I don't know what you want from me. I don't know what you want from. One. I don't know what. Alright. I can reset everything, but that will reset everything. I'll just like grab the website again. And then edit cast. And I'll just go down. Already doing that, yeah. Already doing that. They're just gonna have funny faces. I'm just copying him down. I'm not looking at who I'm replacing. I'm just going down. What's funny is I probably could have picked a game by now. Hang on, I skipped someone. I did, I skipped number 3, okay. Yeah, everyone's moving down 1, apparently. Sonic Forces gets moved up to fucking District 3, I guess. Oh, no, Security Beach gets moved up. I fucking keep skipping some, apparently. Where is Security? Security Breach is District 3. Alright. Can we now go? Can I just hit submit? Yes, okay. The faces are there. Why am I... What? What happened? Why am I like half vampire? Oh, cause I see. Hold on. That one? Yeah, there we go. What happened there? Take powers away. Right, cause yeah, take powers away is timed now. Where so is the let vampire out. So I need to set up a. Wait, no, there should be a queue. What? Oh, vampire mode doesn't have a queue. Oh. There we go. Now it does have a queue. Alright, did I activate? Yeah, you. Okay. I didn't even know I had a blush toggle. That's interesting. Yeah, cool. Alright. That's fixed now. Yeah. You shouldn't be. You should. Okay. Anyway. Let me fix up. I'll get rid of you. Let me hide this. And I'll bring back. Capture. There we go. That should be centered. But now we can do it, right? I think. Resimulate or how do I proceed? Alright. Here we go! I might need to zoom in actually for you guys. I'm thinking about it. Let me. Or there's like, how far down can I go? Pretty far down? But then, yeah. Fuck. Okay, if I like zoom in like this, right? And then scroll all the way down. Yeah, no, you just don't see past. Because I don't think you guys can read that, right? Yeah. I guess well, to be fair, I'll be reading it. I should be fine. Yeah, just read it. So, as the tributes stand on their podium, podiums, the horn sounds. Sonic Generation runs away from the cornucopia. Sonic takes a handful of throwing knives. So that's Sonic Adventure. Terraria runs away from the cornucopia. Space Engineers finds a full bag of explosives. Oh shit. Isaac runs away from the cornucopia. Typical, child. Security Breach runs away from the cornucopia. Sonic Generation snatches a pair of Cease? Space Engineers also takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Dead Space runs away from the cornucopia. Sonic Forces, I think that was, scares Sonic Racing away from the cornucopia. You know what? Yeah, Sonic Forces is a terrifying game, not gonna lie. Horizons grabs a jar of fishing bait while Terraria gets fishing gear. Sonic. We already know that Sonic Racing runs away from the cornucopia. Astroneer steps off the podium too soon and blows up. Okay. One of Astroneer is already out. Second Isaac runs away from the cornucopia. Second Dead Space runs away from the cornucopia. Second Horizons run away. Stanley Parable runs away. Astroneer runs away. FNAF runs away. Sonic Adventure grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. Sonic Forces takes a handful of throwing knives, and Stanley also runs away. Okay. It's confusing with double up, but it is what it is. Alright. Day 1. Sonic Generations receives fresh water from an unknown sponsor. Matt. Sonic Forces kills Sonic Adventure with a sickle. Sonic on Sonic, I guess. Damn, Sonic Forces is like having it out for the other Sonic games. They are trying their fucking hardest to kill the other games. Space Engineer attempts to climb a tree but falls on Security Breach, killing them both. Why is there 3 here? So Space Engineers 1 dies as well as Security Breach. Astroneer, Sonic Racing, and Sonic Adventures hunt for other tributes. I guess they want their revenge. Sonic Racing tries to sleep through the entire day. Fair enough. Sonic Generations discovers a river. Terraria stalks Isaac. Love that. Sonic Forces severely injures Dead Space, but puts her out of her misery. So, okay, so Sonic Forces again gets another fucking kill. Horizon Zero Dawn receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. She also discovers a river. That's good, that's good. Dead Space reaches for a water source, searches for a water source. Stanley questions their sanity. That's, you know what, that makes sense for Stanley. He would question his sanity. Stanley also sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to. That'd be fucking hilarious. Security Breach constructs a shack. Space Engineers overhears Isaac and Terraria talking in the distance. Alright. Fallen Tributes. Astroneer died. Sonic Adventure died. Space Engineers died. Security Breach dead. And Dead Space dead. So their 1 lives are gone. They're still there, but their lives are gone. The fucking ads! Okay. Do I wait for the ads? I might be nice. I'll wait for the ads. Yeah. I'll wait for the ads. We'll wait. We'll wait.
Tell me you're gonna have a bunch of grenades. Tell me you're gonna
have one more. I have one more.
Yeah, one more? Alright.
6. We need to, like, put it in a room.
In a way, of the people.
Oh, maybe I can lure it here, actually. I might kill myself. But...
there'll be a wolf also.
Okay, I'm gonna kill myself, but it's worth it!
No, you missed!
Mounting them like a fucking horse. Hey, at least Claire's shooting. Don't die on me, though, Claire. Ooh, Jesus Christ, you're so... Skills. Oh, man, I just did a front flip. What the fuck? Oh my god. The suspension on this Claire is insane. Oh, why wouldn't we drive this first? Imagine death. Hi, yeah. No, trade. Give me the corpse, you fuck. slap a new, just a new fresh painted, fuck, what's the quote? Slap a new fresh painted coat? Fuck. Slap a new fresh... Back! Back from after being rudely interrupted by ads. Alright. We are on night 1. Sonic Forces attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Yeah, fuck you. Stanley receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Stanley also receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Let's go. Matt secretly put Stanley Powerful to win. Sonic Generations do indeed start a fire. Sonic Adventures loses sight of where they are. Sonic Forces receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Who the fuck is voting for Sonic Forces? The Binding of Isaac thinks about winning. Horizon tends to their wounds. Sonic Generation dies of dysentery. Does that mean that's Sonic Generation's last one, right? Or no, they still got one up here. Okay. Sonic lost their rings. Security Breach, Terraria, Space Engineers, and second Terraria, also they sleep in shifts. I feel like that's a bit unfair giving Terraria 2 shifts, but it is what it is. Dead Space begs for Astroneer to kill them. Astroneer refuses, keeping Dead Space alive. Horizons also, they quietly hum. Sonic Racing questions their sanity. Isaac falls in a pit and dies. That's actually kind of accurate a little bit. Sonic Racing also receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Sonic Racing might get revenge on Sonic Generation. Killing Sonic, maybe. Isaac falling into a pit is kind of... It can't make sense. Wait, no one died? No, but didn't fucking... Yeah, didn't Generations die of dysentery? Day 2, fair enough. Okay. Astroneer and Sonic Racing work together for the day. Space Engineers receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Horizon goes hunting. Terraria and Sonic Generations split up to search for resources. Sonic Forces overhears Sonic Racing and Security Breach talking in the distance. Terraria, Sonic Adventure, and Dead Space get into a fight. Terraria triumphs, killing them both. So I think Sonic Adventure is now out. I think that's both their lives. Same as I think Dead Space as well. Fun. Stanley camouflages himself into the bushes. Sonic Forces, Stanley, Horizon, and Isaac hunt for other tributes. Sonic Generations is dead. Isaac is dead. Sonic Adventure, I think, is dead. Same for Sonic... same for Dead Space, but I'll see everyone's stats so we can get a... Yeah. Sonic Adventure is done. They're wiped. Dead Space is also out. Astroneer is on 1 life. Security Breach is on 1 life. Binding of Isaac is on 1 life. Space Engineers is on 1 life. And Sonic Generations is on 1 life. Sonic Forces still going strong with 2 fucking kills. Terraria with 2 kills as well. Everyone else seems to be pussies and is just staying alive. Night 2. Sonic Forces cooks themselves food before putting out his fire. Sonic Generations and Horizons talk about the tributes that's still alive. Isaac, Stanley, and Stanley's clone, and Horizon tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Astroneer defeats Terraria in a fight but spares their life. I feel like Astroneer's gonna regret that later in the life. FNAF defeats Sonic Racing in a fight but also spares their life. Sonic Forces is awoken by nightmares. That is the nightmare that the game is erased from history. Sonic Racing destroys Space Engineers' supplies while they're asleep, and Terraria starts a fire. Day 3. Sonic Forces searches for a water source. Astroneer practices their archery. They don't have bows in that game. Sonic Generations searches for firewood. Stanley sprains his ankle while running away from Isaac. Stanley running away from a little child. Yep. Horizon tries to sleep through the entire day. Fair enough, fair enough. Terraria goes hunting. Sonic Forces scares Horizons off. I guess Horizons aren't sleeping through the day. Space Engineers makes a slingshot. FNAF receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Sonic Races practice their archery as well. And then I guess immediately after, Sonic Racing stalks Stanley. And Terraria picks flowers. Nice, nice. No tributes have died. That's good. That's good. Night 3. Sonic Racing cooks their food before putting their fire out. Terraria receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. Sonic Forces and Horizons run into each other, but decide to truce for the night. Space Engineers destroys Sonic Forces supplies while they're sleeping. Good job. Astroneer loses sight of where they are. Stanley tries to treat his infection. Oh, Stanley might die. That's not good. Sonic Generations receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. 3 people have explosives now. Oh god. Horizons pass out from exhaustion. Stanley screams for help. Sonic Racing, Terraria, Security Breach, and Isaac sleep in shifts. Day 4. Sonic Races scares Terraria off. Sonic Forces practices their archery. That's not good. Stanley goes fishing. Sonic Generations receive fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Horizons discovers a river. Stanley searches for firewood. Terraria thinks about home. Space Engineers also search for firewood. Horizons receive clean water from an unknown sponsor, even though they discovered a river. Astroneer's trap kills Sonic Racing. Oh no. Isaac is pricked by thorns while pricking bushes. Security Breach diverts Sonic Forces' attention and runs away. Sonic Racing has died. Does that mean Sonic Racing is out? No, Sonic Racing still has 1 more life. Okay, we're good. Isaac tries to sing himself to sleep. Again, something that is very fitting for Isaac. Sonic Generations lets FNAF sleep in their shelter. That is quite nice of them. Sonic Forces, Horizons, and Terraria cheerfully sing songs together. Horizon receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Sonic Forces stays awake all night. Sonic Racing sees a fire but stays hidden. Astroneer tends to Stanley's wounds. That's nice of them. Space Engineers throws a knife into Terraria's chest. And Stanley thinks about home. I guess Space Engineers trying to kill Terraria right now. Sonic Racing and Terraria work together. Oh, Terraria's still alive, I suppose. Sonic Forces collects fruit from a tree. Stanley, Sonic Generations, and Space Engineers hunt for other tributes. Astroneer receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Horizon hunts for other tributes. Isaac goes fishing. Horizon also receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. Oh god. Sonic Forces steals from Stanley while he's not looking. And then FNAF, Security Breach practices their archery. Anyone dead? Terraria is dead. Rip. I think they've still got 1 more life, so I think they're still got, yeah. Terraria loses sight of where they are. Security Breach is broken by nightmares. This is night 5. Sonic Racing goes to sleep. Sonic Forces sees a fire but stays hidden. Astroneer receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Horizon and Horizon talk about tributes. Still, the Horizons are going crazy. They're talking to themselves now. They're going insane. Isaac, Sonic Forces, and Stanley sleep in shifts. Stanley is awoken by nightmares. Sonic Generation catches Space Engineers off guard and kills them. That is, Space Engineers is eliminated. That is all their lives. Done. Security breach receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. So many people are getting explosives. Stanley attacks Terraria, but she manages to escape. Isaac and Horizon split up to search for resources. Sonic Racing tries to spearfish with a trident. Where'd they get a trident from? Sonic Forces falls asleep in a frozen lake and drowns. Oh, falls into a frozen, not falls asleep. Frozen. Okay, Sonic. So one Sonic Forces is dead. Cool. Sonic Generation strangles Astroneer with a rope. Horizon unknowingly eats toxic berries. Everyone's dying. Everyone is dying. Stanley picks flowers. Sonic Forces dies from thirst. Sonic Forces is done. They're eliminated. They're gone. So 5 people died. Technically 4. Okay, so Horizon still got 1 life. Astroneer is gone. Astroneer is dead. Security Breach still has 1 life. Terraria still has 1 life. The Stanley Parable is going strong with 2 lives. They're still going strong. Binding of Isaac is alive with 1. Sonic Adventure, wiped out. That was pretty early. Sonic Racing is still good with 1 life. Space Engineers is eliminated. Dead Space is eliminated. We knew that. Sonic Generations is still alive with 1 life. And Sonic Forces is dead. Yeah, Forces just like, people had enough of them. They're dead. They're gone. So far, Stanley Parable going on with 2 lives, and everyone else is down to 1. Alright, Terraria is dead. Alright, Night 6. Horizon throws a knife into Terraria's chest, presumably killing Terraria. Sonic Racing, Isaac and Security Breach cheerfully sing songs together. Stanley sets up a camp for a night. Stanley dies of thirst, so Stanley is down to 1 life. And Sonic Generation passes out of exhaustion, so I think Sonic Generations is also out. That's 3 dead. This is the feast. We're at the end here. Well, not the end, but coming up to the end. Alright. Sonic Racing decides to not go to the feast. Sonic Generation is still alive. Alright, they're not dead yet. Sonic Generation steals from Isaac's memoirs? Isaac's memoirs. Okay. Horizons decides to not go to the feast, and Stanley shoots an arrow into Security Breach's head. Okay. So, are we not going to see who dies? Well, FNAF is dead. They got an arrow to the face, so they're dead. Day 7. Stanley discovers a cave. Isaac constructs a shack. Sonic Racing steals from Horizon while they're not looking. And Sonic Generations travels to higher ground. 3 people are dead. Alright. Terraria is now wiped out. Stanley Parable, I think, still has 1 life. And FNAF is also wiped out, right? Yes. So, Horizon Zero Dawn is still alive. Stanley Parable is still alive. Binding of Isaac is still going. Sonic Racing and Sonic Generations are still going. Night 7. Horizon quietly hums to themselves. Stanley, Sonic Racing, Sonic Generation, and Isaac sleep in shifts. No murdering yet. Horizon, Day 8. Horizon receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. Sonic Racing dies of hypothermia. Stanley discovers yet another cave. Isaac begs for Sonic Generations to kill them. Sonic Generations refuses, keeping Isaac alive. See, Sonic Generations wouldn't kill a child. However, Sonic Racing is dead. Sonic Generations, however, still going strong. Arena Event. A swarm of tracker-jackers invades the arena. Sonic Generation slowly dies from the tracker-jacker toxins. Sonic is now gone, and is left to Horizon, Stanley Parable, and Isaac. While running away from the tracker-jackers, Horizon grabs Isaac and throws him into the ground. What the fuck? That is a child. Stanley is stung to death. So it's just Isaac and Horizon now. I don't even know if I want to play either of them. Stanley Parable is eliminated. Isaac is eliminated. Sonic Generations is eliminated. And Sonic Racing is eliminated. No one wins! Horizon wins. Fuck off. Horizon Generations wins. Okay. Horizon Generations wins. District 1. Yay. Alright, let's text. Winners. Yeah. Horizon. I got one, yeah. We all wanted them to win, right? Right, guys? Okay, we'll do it out of 5. Or out of 3. 5, whatever. Proceed. Yay! 1. Let's ignore that and go again. Oh, there's a whole thing here. Oh, that's cool. It shows when people died. Fair enough. Simulate again. Alright, here we go. Alright. Back onto the podiums. Here we go. So, as the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Sonic snatches a pair of scythes. Sonic Racing clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Terraria runs away from the cornucopia. Isaac also runs from the cornucopia. Sonic Racing then runs away from the cornucopia. Sonic Generation receives a trident from inside the cornucopia. Stanley finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Space Engineers runs away from the cornucopia. But before they run away, they also clutch the first aid kit and then run away. Horizon takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Astroneer then runs away from the cornucopia. Horizon then runs away from the cornucopia. Terraria then runs away from the cornucopia. Sonic Forces and Security Breach work together to drown Dead Space. I see Sonic Forces is still keeping up with their bloodlust. Sonic Generation grabs a shovel. Stanley clutches a first aid kit and then runs away. Sonic Forces then runs away from the cornucopia. Dead Space, who I guess survived the drowning, snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Astroneer spears Sonic in the abdomen. Security Breach finds a backpack full of camping supplies. Isaac gathers as much food as they can. Day 1. Terraria steals from Sonic while they're not looking. Horizon tends to Stanley's wounds. Dead Space scares FNAF off. Sonic Forces diverts Sonic Racing's attention and then runs away. Astroneer bashes Horizon's head in with a mace. Sonic Forces makes a wooden spear. Didn't they have a... Oh no, they tried drowning Dead Space, that's right. Terraria runs away from Astroneer. Sonic Races receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Stanley makes a wooden spear. Space Engineers is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Sonic Generations ambushes Sonic Generations and kills them. Sonic killed themselves. Sonic Generations got confused and snapped themselves. Love that. Isaac travels to higher ground. Space Engineers chases Isaac while Isaac is running to higher ground. Security Breach tries to fish with Trident. How you doing, Triadic? Welcome in. So, Dead Space, or at least Life 1 is gone. Sonic Life 1 is gone. Horizon and Sonic Generations Life 1 is gone. I should put, like, Life 1, Life 2, but Security Breach bashes Astroneer's head in with a mace. Damn, okay. Terraria fends Stanley, Sonic Forces, and Horizons away from their fire. Dead Space, sorry, missed one. Security Breach quietly hums to themselves. Dead Space, Sonic, and Space Engineers cheerfully sing songs together. Sonic Racers receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Astroneer receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Sonic Forces receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Space Engineers, Stanley, Sonic Racing discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Sonic Generation is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Terraria kills Isaac with a hatchet. Isaac currently hums, so I guess Isaac somehow survived the hatcheting. Day 2. Sonic discovers a river. Space engineers also discover the river. Astroneer decapitates Security Breach with a sword. Sonic Racing receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Stanley chases Terraria. Space Engineers throws a knife into Sonic Forces' chest, I guess getting revenge for something. Stanley overhears Sonic Generation and Sonic Forces talking in the distance. I guess Sonic Forces survived the fucking knife wound. Security Breach scares Dead Space off. Isaac unknowingly eats toxic berries. He's a child, so makes sense. Horizons practices their archery. Also makes sense. Sonic Racing discovers a river. Terraria receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Alright, anyone dead? Binding of Isaac is officially eliminated. Everyone else is still going strong. Alright. Sonic and Sonic Generation hold hands. Aw, that's cute. Stanley attempts a fire, but is unsuccessful. This is night 2. Probably read that. Astroneer is also unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Space Engineers Security Breach Stanley and Space Engineers' imaginary friend tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Sonic Racing receives fresh water from an unknown sponsor. Sonic Racing also sets up a camp for the night. Horizons cooks their food before putting their fire out. Terraria loses sight of where they are. I get lost in Terraria even though it's a 2D plane, so I feel that. Dead Space quietly hums to themselves. Sonic Forces sets up a camp for the night, and Terraria thinks about home. Day 3. Astroneer travels to higher ground. Dead Space questions their sanity. Security Breach is picked by thorns while picking berries. Stanley tries to sleep through the entire day. Feel that. Sonic Racing convinces Sonic Racing to not kill her, only to kill him instead. Sonic Racing got confused and stabbed themselves again. Didn't that happen last time? Didn't, like, one of the Sonic games get confused and stab themselves? Sonic discovers a river. Horizon chases Space Engineers. Sonic Generation scares Terraria off. Terraria thinks about home again. Space Engineer receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Sonic Forces and Stanley split up to search for resources. The only casualty is Sonic Racing stabbing themselves. Alright. Oh, fuck. Okay, this is a big one. Sonic Forces sets an explosive off. Yeah, no, Mario is great. Sonic Forces sets off an explosive, killing Sonic Adventure, Stanley, and Sonic Racing. So Sonic Racing is now eliminated, and I think so is Sonic Adventure. Stanley, who miraculously survived the explosion, destroys Terraria's supplies while they're sleeping. Sonic Generations, who wasn't in the explosive, convinces Terraria to snuggle with them. Cute. Space Engineers fends Horizon, Security Breach, and Dead Space away from their fire. Space Engineers then starts their own fire. Astroneer is unable to start a fire, and therefore sleeping without warmth. Day 4. Stanley hunts for other tributes. Horizon steals from Astroneer while they're not looking. Dead Space tries to sleep through the entire day. Terraria runs away from Space Engineers. Space Engineer questions their sanity. Sonic Forces goes hunting. Security Breach makes a wood spear. Sonic Generations then scares Terraria off. Anyone dead? Sonic, Stanley, and Sonic Car. So Sonic Racing is eliminated. They're gone. Sonic Adventure is also eliminated. They're gone. Everyone else is still good. Astroneer and Space Engineers sleeps in shifts. Space Engineers defeat Sonic Generation in a fight, but spares their life. Security Breach tends to Terraria's wounds. Dead Space is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Terraria sets up a camp for the night. That's nice. Horizons pass out from exhaustion. Stanley and Sonic Forces huddle for warmth. Day 5. Horizon, Stanley, Dead Space, and Astroneer hunt for other tributes. Sonic Forces kills Terraria as she tries to run. Terraria begs Security Breach to kill him, so I guess Terraria survives Sonic. However, Security Breach refuses, keeping Terraria alive. Space Engineers constructs a shack. Sonic Forces receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. I guess someone Someone really likes... Oh, Space Engineers died of dysentery. Good job. Someone likes Sonic. Terraria and Space Engineers dead now, I think. Oh, not yet? No, they've still got one life. Alright, cool. No eliminations just yet. Night 5. Space Engineers cooks their food before putting their fire out. Astroneer questions their sanity. Sonic Forces screams for help. Sonic Generations also screams for help. Horizons goes to sleep. Dead Space and Stanley hold hands. Security Breach and Terraria run into each other and decide a truce for the night. Sonic Forces then kills Astroneer as she tries to run. Security Breach decides to not go to the feast. Oh yeah, it's the feast. The feast! Sonic Generations also decides not to go to the feast. Space Engineers decides not to go to the feast. Horizon stuffs a bundle of dry clothing into a backpack before sprinting away. Terraria decides not to go to the feast. And Stanley decapitates Dead Space with a sword. So Dead Space, I think, is now eliminated. Terraria attempts to climb a tree, but falls to their death. Sonic Generations receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. FNAF is picked by thorns while they try to pick berries. Pricked, not picked. Sonic Forces travels to higher ground. Horizons, that's about home. Space Engineers pushes Stanley off a cliff during a knife fight. Astroneer, Dead Space, Terraria, and Stanley are both dead. Are they eliminated? Let's see. Astroneer is eliminated. Terraria is indeed eliminated. Stanley is also eliminated. So left alive is Sonic Generations, Sonic Forces, Security Breach, Horizon, and Space Engineers. Night 6. FNAF stabs Space Engineers with a tree branch. I can somehow see that. Not gonna lie, I can see Freddy just like, branch. Sonic Forces convinces Sonic Generation to snuggle with them. Fair enough. And Horizon dies trying to escape the arena. That's 2 dead. Space Engineers has been eliminated. Horizon is also eliminated. So Sonic Generations, Sonic Forces, and Security Breach. Sonic Generations receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Security Breach questions their sanity. Sonic Forces discover a river. Nice. Arena event. Monkey mutts fill the arena. Security Breach survives. Sonic Generation injures Sonic Forces and leaves him for the monkey mutts. And they're all... Oh, yeah, they died last time, yep. And Sonic Forces is fucking dead. Left alive is Sonic Generations and Security Breach. Security Breach pushes Sonic Generations off a cliff during a knife fight. Alright. Well, Security Breach won. We'll add that to the tally. Alright, there we go. Whoop. FNAF-1. FNAF also won. Nice. We don't really care for placements. We're just gonna have fun. Wait. Alright. The third round. The Bloodbath. Oh yeah, it's always the same, yeah. So Dead Space grabs a jar of fishing bait while Isaac gets fishing gear. Pretty much, yeah. Sonic Forces steps off their podium too soon and blows up. Already. Already Sonic Forces is fucking dead. Just like their game release. Stanley snatches a bottle of alcohol and rag. Isaac runs away from the cornucopia. Space Engineers runs away. Dead Space runs away. Sonic runs away. Terraria runs away. Sonic Generations receives a hatchet. Sonic Racing grabs a backpack. Grabs a backpack, but it's empty. Sonic Generation and Terraria fight for a bag. Terraria gives up and retreats. FNAF Horizon fight for a bag. Horizon gives up and retreats. Horizon then runs away from the cornucopia. Astroneer runs away from the cornucopia. FNAF runs into the cornucopia and hides. Sonic Racing severely injures Sonic Adventures and leaves them to die. Stanley runs away, SE runs away, Astroneer runs away and hides, and then Sonic Forces runs away from Catyko. Alright, day 1. Sonic Generations receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Stanley receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Space Engineer kills Dead Space while they're resting. Stanley then picks some flowers. Isaac dies from thirst. Child. Terraria makes a slingshot. Horizon, Astroneer, and then Astroneer's clone get into a fight. Horizon triumphantly kills both of them. So Astroneer is just dead. They're gone. They're eliminated immediately. Sonic Generation makes a wooden spear. Space Engineers then question insanity. We could, yeah. If Horizon and FNAF don't win, we could do a vote, yeah. FNAF makes a wooden spear. Sonic Racing questions their sanity. Dead Space injures themselves. FNAF strangles Sonic Forces with a rope. I think Sonic Forces is out at the start. This is day 1. Sonic Forces is gone. Horizon, Isaac, Sonic Adventure, Sonic Racing, and Terraria hunt for other tributes. Sonic Forces, dead. Sonic Adventure, dead. Dead Space, Isaac, Astroneer, dead. Sonic Forces and Astroneer are immediately eliminated. They're gone. Sonic Generation begs for Stanley to kill her. Or him, them. He refuses, keeping Sonic Generation alive. Yeah! Sonic Adventure attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. I mean, there is, like, 4 different Sonic games in this, so there's that. Sonic Generation tends to Terraria's wounds. Security Breach and Space Engineers tell stories about themselves to each other. Sonic Racing, Stanley, Terraria, and Horizons tell each other ghost stories to lighten the move. Isaac receives explosives from you gave a child explosives. Good job. Day 2. Dead Space discovers a cave. Horizon discovers a river. Sonic Racing receives clean water from a sponsor. Terraria searches for firewood. Horizon diverts Terraria's attention and runs away. Sonic Adventure is picked by thorns while picking berries. Sonic Racing then questions their sanity. Security Breach and Sonic Generation split up to search for resources, while also simultaneously splitting up with Space Engineers to search for resources. Sonic Generations, Isaac, Space Engineers, and Stanley raid Stanley's camp while he's hunting. Stanley, why are you raiding your own camp? Okay. No cannon shots could be heard. Horizon receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Dead Space convinces Sonic Racing to snuggle with them. Security Breach receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. Stanley and Sonic Racing sleeps in shifts, but wasn't Sonic Racing also sleeping with Dead Space? Terraria, Space Engineers, and Horizons start fighting, but Space Engineers runs away as Terraria kills Horizon. Terraria, Sonic, and Stanley discuss the game and what might happen in the morning. Sonic Generations, Space Engineers, and Sonic Generations discuss the games and that what might have. So, Sonic Generations is crazy and is talking to Space Engineers, who is also crazy. Understood. Isaac passes out from exhaustion, the poor child. Security Breach is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. They're an animatronic, they'll be fine. Day 3. Dead Space discovers yet another cave. Terraria tends to Terraria's wounds. Stanley diverts Sonic Racing's attention and then runs away. Sonic Generation makes a wooden spear. Security Breach constructs a shack. Sonic Generation tries to spearfish with a trident. Again, tries. Isaac receives more explosives from an unknown sponsor. People are really fucking explosives now. Sonic Racing unknowingly eats toxic berries. It's a car, it'll be fine, right? Security Breach runs away from Sonic Adventures. Stanley and Horizon hunt for other tributes. Space Engineers constructs a shack, and then also practice their archery. Horizon and Racing are dead, but I think they're technically still alive. Yeah, they still got one more live. Space Engineer sets Space Engineer on fire with a Molotov. I told you they were crazy. I told you Space Engineers was crazy. They're setting themselves on fire. Sonic Adventure, Horizons, and Dead Space discuss the game and what might happen in the morning. Security Breach, Stanley, Sonic Generations, and Stanley sleeps in shifts. Terraria, Sonic Racing, and Isaac and Security Breach sleep in shifts, and Sonic Generation passes out exhaustion. Isaac tries to sleep through the entire day. I'm surprised the child is still alive. Sonic Adventures questions their sanity. Stanley camouflages themselves in the bushes. Space Engineers, Sonic Racing, Stanley, and Terraria raid Dead Space's camp while he's hunting. Sonic Generation is picked by thorns while picking berries. Horizon poisons Sonic Generation's drinks. She drinks it and dies. So Sonic Generation died. Security Breach makes a wooden spear. Terraria steals from Security Breach while he's not looking, so I guess Terraria just stole the wooden spear. SE and Sonic Generation have taken 1 life. But I think... yeah, it's a good 1 life, that's fine. Ooh, big ones. Security Breach and Sonic Generations fight Dead Space and Isaac. However, Sonic Generations and Security Breach survive, so I guess Dead Space and Isaac are dead. Horizon, Sonic Racing, and Terraria sleep in shifts. Stanley, Security Breach, and Space Engineers unsuccessfully ambush Terraria, Stanley, and Sonic, who kill them instead. Fucking lot of deaths. I think that day was a lot of deaths. Holy shit. That night, I mean. Alright, the feast. Sonic Racing decides to not go to the feast. Sonic Adventure steals from Horizon's memoirs. Terraria decides to not go to the feast. Sonic Generations then stabs Stanley with Tree Branch. Terraria decides not to go to the feast. And Security Breach accidentally stabs on the landmine. Can I not see the dead people? There was a lot of dead people on that one. Terraria receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Horizon silently snaps Sonic Adventure's neck. Sonic Generations sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Sonic Racing picks flowers. Terraria tries to spearfish with a trident. There's a lot of deaths. 8 deaths. So who got eliminated? Security Breach is gone. Stanley Parable is gone. Binding of Isaac is gone. Sonic Adventure is gone. Space Engineers is gone. Terraria, Horizon, Sonic Racing, and Sonic Generations is alive. So potentially Horizon can win this. They've gotten 4 kills under their belt. Same as Terraria. Terraria looks at the night sky. Terraria then cries themselves to sleep. Horizon goes to sleep. Sonic Generation stays up all night. Sonic Racing receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. Terraria is then picked by thorns while they're picking berries. Sonic Generation, Sonic Racing, and Terraria hunt for other tributes. And Horizon tries to sleep through the day. Arena event. The arena turns pitch black and nobody can see a thing. Terraria trips a rock and falls off a cliff. Goodbye, Terraria. While fighting, Sonic Racing and Sonic Generation lose their balance, roll down a jagged cliffside, and die. Terraria accidentally makes contact with a spiny, lethal landmine. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all fucking dead.
Let's go. Do the thing.
Oh no!
My syllabus.
Oh no!
I can recover!
Oh, I used my second jump!
No, no. The drill is too strong.
1 is better than none. You're not wrong there. But what about 2? What the fuck? Ooh, you better watch out, Marine. He's got the gun. He's got the gun. And where'd the feet do what? What? Huh? Where the feet do what? What feet? I don't think I'm going to be the first with VIP. Well, you might be.
Love of God. Love of all that is holy. to the corner. Next to turn-based mode. Camp. Yeah. 3. Oh, 4 people are dead. Who does that leave alive? Horizon. Of course Horizon fucking survives. Terraria died in 1 fucking sitting. Of course it's the 2 PlayStation games. The 2 fucking PlayStation games. Oh. Terraria was so close, buddy. It was so close. Close yet so far. They're both PlayStation games, but yeah, I gotta fucking set up the PlayStation. Okay, we speedrun, Alright. Isaac finds a bow and arrow, Horizon breaks, okay, so much, okay. Isaac finds a bow, arrows, and a quiver. Horizon breaks Rory's nose. Just play Terraria. I mean, could just play Terraria there, yeah. Like, out of these games, what ones do I kind of want to put Dead Space there, because it looks kind of fun. I like playing spooky games. I liked Alien Isolation. Sonic Racing would just be a fun one, but I feel like that will get boring quite fast. Horizon Zero is... It's okay. To be fair. It is a thing. It's not a good thing, but it is a thing. Like, I could just play Shadow Generation for you. Okay, fuck it. I gotta play the PlayStation. Alright. But we'll do some PlayStation games. Why not? Yeah, we could potentially do that. I gotta play the PlayStation in. Do I have the capture card set up? I don't. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that. So it'll probably be a bit because I gotta set up the capture card. Alright. I guess we'll play some PlayStation today. We'll start with Forces because I guess that's a funny one. There's Forces. Ah, there's Dead Space. Okay. We'll keep Dead Space here, we'll keep Forces here. I'll put the others back. I'll be back and go get PlayStation. Come on, Lucky, come on, Lucky, come on, Lucky, come on, Lucky, come on, it's happy again, we're fucked. Barry the platypus! The plumber? A platypus plumber? Barry the platypus plumber? Barry the platypus!
Growl's like, yeah, nah, fuck this shit. Over here, big guy. I want to put you inside my ball.
Oh, alright, have fun!
Yeah, it was standing like right here and it scared the living shit out of me. Because I'm like, I'm gonna die. I turn around, these doors shut. How'd you walk through the doors?
I thought the doors shut. Just
Ah! Ah, it's on my feet! It's on my feet! It's on my feet! Fuck off! You creepy bitch! I used a smut stick. I'm dead.
Be free!
Tell me you got out a bunch of grenades. Tell me you got
I
a bunch
have one more. I have one more.
Yeah, one more? Alright, alright.
6. We need to like put it in a room.
In a way? At the people?
Oh, maybe I can lure it here, actually. I might kill myself. But...
It'll be a wolf all sacrifice.
Okay, I'm gonna kill myself, but it's worth it!
No, you missed!
No, no feet pics. Don't get my feet pics. No. Come on, let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in. Ah! Fuck you! Hi! I tried whacking him with the stick, it didn't work. Was I not supposed to go in there? Was I supposed to lure him in there? Or was that just because I ran? That was cool. Yeah, I didn't even fucking see that asshole.
You need 2-3. You usually need 2-3 or something. Nope.
Just walk past, mate. Just walk past, please. Imagine throw a box. That man's on top of me. One is better than none. You're not wrong there. But what about 2? What the fuck?
Annoying.
4, 3, 2.
That's one thing I'm gonna miss when I move. It's my fucking GigaChat internet.
Oh my god!
Penny, Jesus Christ!
God damn.
Croco, you're a fucking madman! Croco, you're insane! Croco put a bunch of mines
Yeah, no, I
down
saw.
and killed all 6 of them.
I saw.
Alright, I got my stick. I got my stick. Damn it. I got the match.
The capture card. Oh yeah, could you give me the white controller? Couldn't find it. I'm probably just blind, like always, though. I'm blind. Could you go get it for me, happy doll? Huh? Good luck. What do you mean, good luck? Upload capture card? Back into one back here. Yeah. Alright. It is working now. Capture. It's not responding. Oh fuck yeah! I need to take out your. Screwed up the capture card again. Gonna work. No signal. What do you mean no signal? It's plugged in. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Huh? Okay, let's see if... Okay, let's see if my monitor will pick it up. Signal, okay. Bitch! Hello? Monitor? Can't just say no signal and then go black. What the fuck? Okay, now my monitor's cracked the shits off that. Nothing wants to fucking work today, I guess. Yeah, you say no signal, so let me fucking switch. Where the heck am I? Cable not connected. What do you mean cable not connected? I think my capture card's been back on them. Update. Check for updates. Install update. Yes. Alright, let me take out whatever game was in. Alright, you're playing Fallout, yeah. Yes, update. Yes. Agree. Yes, yes, yes. All the things. Why does everything have to break when I want to? Alright. Okay, I've updated it, so now capture the fucking PlayStation. Where'd it go? What the fuck? Huh? Ah, there it is. Okay, down there. Back up to where you go. Alright, boot it up. No signal. What the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean no fucking signal? Okay. What? Oh. PlayStation's on, right? It's got a white light. I'm assuming that means on, right? Connected. I don't know why it's not working. Like, my only guess is the PlayStation's not on. But... Let me... Okay, I'll plug Plug the PlayStation's HDMI straight to the computer. Yeah. My computer, I mean. Find where the fucking... Can't see where I'm looking to. Okay, there we go. Okay, so PlayStation is plugged straight into monitor, so now I will just change. I'm assuming the white light on PlayStation means PlayStation is on. It's not that. HDMI 2? No, it would be HDMI 1, yeah, because DB, HDMI 1, HDMI 2. Oh no, HDMI 2, okay. Okay, so the PlayStation is on, okay. The capture card just doesn't want to fucking... Okay, well, it is on, so we plug it back into the capture card. No, it's on. It's on. Meaning HDMI 1 is the capture card. But the capture card won't fucking... Oh, now my mouse is... what the fuck? No, I know it's on because I just plugged it straight into the monitor and that works, but the capture card just doesn't want fucking... Okay. No fucking signal. It's plugged in. Literally just fucking... No, there's an HDMI. Plug in my other monitor. Or no, also, my fucking mouse is like lagging around, so... Thank you, Ingato. Fucking piece of shit. Oh no, my computer is fucking lagging. I need to hit something. It's pissing me off. The fuck? I have to restart my computer because it's actually not. Computer is freeze framing. Love that. Not. Alright, well, I guess I'm restarting my computer. Engado is just not fucking. Alright, I'll be back, Jan.